So welcome everyone. Good morning. First of all, welcome
Hi,
Duda.
teacher. Good morning.
Hi Dudinha. Good morning. How's it going?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. I just have a little cold.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I really do. But it's okay. I'll get over it. So let's update our class dojo first of all. Okay. Can you see the page there?
Yes.
Okay, so let's update it. So how was your weekend, dude?
Ah, foi normal, nada de especial. Not
Yeah,
special.
nothing
Yeah.
special. Okay, all right.
And you?
Yeah, it was
Assim que
okay too.
fala? Coisa
And
de tudo?
yours, yes, and
And
yours.
yours?
Yeah, yeah, mine was
Okay.
okay. It was okay too. I stayed home as usual. I just have a little,
Uh-huh.
sinus and
Okay.
rhinitis, and I think now it's becoming a cold.
Yes.
I have the
Aqui também tá
symptoms.
muito.
Yeah, I have the symptoms of a cold, so
Yes.
I think now I'm getting sick really, but that's okay, no problem. So guys, today we are going to move on to to unit 5.3. So we are almost finishing unit 5. That's really good. Okay. But before we start, I'd like to know if you did your homework. Do you remember what I gave you last week? The homework I asked you to do. Let's check it out.
Teacher, vou ser sincera, eu não fiz dessa vez, porque eu acabei esquecendo.
Okay.
E como eu estava atolada de trabalho, graças a Deus eu já estou com uns dois só trabalho para entregar, de todos que eu já tinha,
Mm-hmm.
por causa que eu dediquei a semana para fazer eles, né? E eu
Mm-hmm.
acabei esquecendo. Mas eu vou fazer
Okay.
eles sim, tá
Okay.
bom?
All right, good. Thank you. What about you, David? Did you have a
I
chance to
didn't.
do? You didn't do? Oh,
Uh,
that's okay. Yeah, we are all very busy. So this week, you try to update, okay? They are online practice, Unit 5.1, and online practice, Unit 5.2, okay? The worksheets I posted here are optional. If you have time, you do them, right? It's interesting because they help you consolidate what we did last week. Okay, so this is very interesting, especially these ones here, because we will talk about it this week. Okay, present continuous, present simple. So it's nice to do.
Teacher,
Yes, Duda.
I'm sorry. Eu não queria atrapalhar, mas
That's okay.
a sua mãe já tá bem melhor, né? Do que a senhora falou.
Sorry.
A sua mãe já tá bem melhor, né? Do que a senhora falou pra
Yes,
gente.
yes, she is. Thank you. She
É
is
porque meu
better.
pai pegou Covid.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry.
É,
Really?
mas ele já tá melhor,
Is he okay
graças a
now?
Deus.
Yeah?
Aham.
Oh, okay.
Só foi meio perturbador, né? Assim,
Yeah.
porque tinha que
Uh-huh.
ficar cuidando dele, a minha mãe trabalha, aí eu tinha que ficar cuidando dele, da casa e ainda fazendo os trabalhos.
Wow.
É,
That's not easy. But
yes,
thank God he's okay now, dude.
que bom,
Thank God, because wow,
verdade.
this virus is destroying many
Yes,
lives. It's really bad. We have to be careful. Yeah. Now,
yes.
for example, I have the symptoms of the cold. I don't go out. I don't leave the house, but my sister does. I have a sister.
Yes.
She lives here, but she goes out not to party or anything. She goes out to go to the dentist, to do these things, and she's not afraid. But
A
I,
gente também acha que. I'm sorry. A gente também acha que minha mãe tenha pegado, só que o corpo
uh-huh.
dela, né, tipo assim, ficou melhor.
Yeah, that's true.
Ela não sentiu nada.
Thank God, good. Thank God,
Yes.
really. So, because of that, we need to be always alert. We always need to be careful. Okay.
Hi,
But
teacher. Good morning.
hi, Leo. Good morning. Good to see you.
You too.
Welcome.
Desculpa, teacher. Eu cheguei um pouquinho atrasada que eu tava terminando de tomar café.
No, that's okay. No problem, Leo. That's all right. So, today, as I was saying, guys, we are going to continue Unit 5, okay? And we will start on page 58, all right? So, if you have your books, open your books to page 58. Let's go there, okay? Yes, this is the page here. Okay, can you see that,
Teacher,
people? Yes.
depois desse livro vai ter outro ainda?
Yes, this is book 2. This
Aham.
book is wide angle 2. So there is wide angle 3. Okay.
Aí vai até que número? Até quantos livros?
I think this collection is only 3 books.
Ok,
Okay.
thank you.
You're welcome.
It's gonna be the last two, right?
Yes, wide angle 3 is the last one.
Okay.
Okay. This one is the second. This is equivalent to Smart Choice 2. Remember, you were from
Yeah.
Smart Choice, so you did Smart Choice 1. Now you are doing level 2, and then next year you will do level 3. Okay,
Okay.
all right. So we are doing unit 5 of level 2. All right, people. The title of the unit is Painting Millions. So, do you like art, people? Do you usually visit museums or galleries?
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Just when I was kids.
Oh, okay, David. What about you, Leo? Do you like art?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Sorry. Eu gosto,
So,
gosto bastante. Tá me fazendo falta não poder ir em museu
uh-huh.
e coisas assim do tipo. Tá me fazendo muita falta.
Yeah, yeah, it's really important. So, in your opinion, guys, what makes a painting good?
Teacher, sorry. Nós passamos uma página, não?
We are here, page 58.
Não, porque a minha página 57 não tá feita.
But you missed the class, remember?
The last class?
I think so. I don't know.
No, the last class eu tava presente.
I was present.
Yes, I was present.
So let me see. Just a second, guys. Let me check here. Just a moment. Let me check here. Because according to the plan today, we are doing pages 58 and 59. Okay? But let's see. Let's take a look at the attendance. So then we okay, here we go. Let's check it out. Look, last class we did pages 56 and 57. Oh my goodness, what have I done?
Se eu não me lembro, o David faltou uma aula
Yes,
passada. Eu não sei.
look here.
Thursday.
Look,
It was Thursday.
look. 56 and 57. We did that on June 10th. Okay? We did 2 pages last class. So let's see if you were here, David. Yes, you were June 10th. Okay,
É,
good.
eu me lembro que o último que a gente fez foi 57.
So that's it. Page 57. Look, this is page 57. Remember, I even showed you a model of this email and I asked you to do something similar. I showed you my
Oh,
model, remember?
oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, no problem. Look, let me show you the file. I showed you the model of the email and I asked you guys to do something similar. Okay, let me show you the model again.
Teacher, eu
Leo,
fiz.
Leo sent me
É,
a message yesterday.
isso. Eu fiz sim, eu só esqueci de mandar. Vou mandar assim que terminar a aula.
No problem, that's okay, Leo.
Pode enviar pelo WhatsApp mesmo?
Yes, it's okay. I prefer email. I
Tá bom,
prefer
então mando por e-mail.
I prefer email. Look, this is my email. So look, guys, last class we talked about proper register, okay? So we had to write an email to Camilla Anderson, the director of the adult course, remember? And then
Certo.
I showed you an example of that email and I made some changes according to what I want to learn. And I put here, look, I received the fall catalog for your school and I would like to ask you a few questions about the classes. Yes? Can you see that?
Yes, you
So
can.
first, I want to know about the cake decorating 101 class. So this is the course that I want to do. I'm interested in making cakes for sale, but I do not have much cake decorating experience. Remember that. So the parts in blue are the parts that you can replace, you can change, and then you can put the course that you want to do, the course that you want to take. Make sure you use appropriate register because this is a formal email. So formal emails, we need to use a colon here and we need to use this kind of closing, okay? So let me try to go back to the book here. Look, all right, in this email here on page 57, we had to rewrite the underlined parts of the email using appropriate register. That means appropriate language because it's a formal email, right? So I remember we did this together. That was the topic. And then let me show the answers so you know. Here we had to replace the parts that are not okay. So here, look, we had to do like this. Number one becomes like this. Dear Mr. Gibbs, Colin, how are you? Okay, and here where you have, look, we never say what's up. We have to say, how are you? Okay, we never contract the verbs. Remember, we have to use the verbs in their full form. So, my name is Sonia Brewis. I would like to apply for the job. My mother and father are both musicians. So, this is here, okay? Not my mom
Isso.
and dad, but my mother and father. Yes, dude.
I'm sorry. É, é verdade que lá eles preferem Snapchat do que WhatsApp?
Yeah, so it depends on the age group. People who are
Aham,
younger people, they like Snapchat a lot, but
aham.
older people prefer WhatsApp. Okay,
Ah, ok. Thank you.
you're welcome. So here you have the closing, okay? I would very much like to teach at your school. All right, people. So here, this is the topic of this unit, using appropriate register. Writing emails that are formal, we should use correct language. Okay, David. All right, do you remember now?
Yes, yes, I
Okay,
remember now. Thank you.
you're welcome. So now let's zoom in here and start page 58. So here we go. What makes a painting good in your opinion? What makes really something beautiful? Like, oh, this painting is good. So,
Sorry, teacher.
okay, what makes a painting good in your opinion? Can you see the page of the lesson? Yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
Can you see that? So I'm doing here number one, okay? My question is right here. What makes a painting good in
it's
your
beautiful.
it is beautiful, okay? Mm-hmm. What else?
Interesting.
Sorry?
Interesting.
It's interesting. Okay. All right. Let me show you a short video
And
of
relax.
mm-hmm. It's relaxing. Okay. I will show you a short video of a guy who is now um, super famous because of the way he paints. And he's really good. He's talented. So I will just show you the beginning of the video because this is a little long. But let's see. If it's interesting for you, we watch all the video, okay? If you like it. Have you ever heard of this guy? Boo Boo Design. Have you ever heard of this guy before?
No, I
No.
never,
No, never. Okay.
never.
So, all right. You will meet him now. Okay. So he is really amazing. Let me just enable the sound. Yes. Can you see the screen? Okay. So
I
check it
can.
out, guys. Look how he paints. It's really amazing. Take a look. Isn't he amazing, guys?
Teacher, eu conheço, ele apareceu no Fantástico.
Yes, exactly. That's the one. His name is Boo Boo Design.
Eu lembrei agora.
Yes.
Eu tô impressionada, sinceramente.
He's incredible, isn't he?
Não, sabe o pior, teacher? É que, tipo, ele rabiscou e saiu um rosto dali do nada.
Yeah.
E ele pegou uma privada pra pintar.
Yeah.
Nossa. Senhor.
Incredible, isn't he? And have you noticed that he paints the picture upside down? That's the way it's incredible. All the pictures are mostly upside down, and then he turns them, and then it's okay. Perfect.
Não, pior que sai perfeito, né? Mesmo de cabeça pra baixo. E, tipo, ele olha pra pessoa, ele quase nem olha pra pessoa e sai igualzinho.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Eu nunca vi isso na minha vida.
Yeah. Did you like it, David?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, he's really good. He's super talented. Excellent. So that's his name. Don't forget his name. He will become even more famous now. Boo Boo Design.
Ele tem um próprio canal, teacher?
Yes. He has his own channel, I think, on Instagram. You just have to write Boo Boo Design. This is how you find him. I think it's
Depois eu vou seguir ele.
Yeah, me too. Boo Boo Design. I think this is the Instagram channel. I'm not so sure. Okay.
Não, eu fico impressionada que ele pegou qualquer coisa pra usar como pincel. E saiu rabiscando e saiu um rosto do nada.
Even a bicycle. Did you see that?
Sim.
Yeah.
Eu vi.
Yeah.
Hey.
Amazing. He's really
amazing. Pior que sai perfeito.
Yeah, Nossa. Incredible. It's really incredible. This guy is amazing. So, according to the first question here, they want us to say what makes a painting good. So, we should choose the two most important things from the list and discuss. So, let's see, for example, uses pretty colors. Do you think it's important to use pretty colors so that the painting is good?
Uh,
I
depends.
não.
It depends.
Yeah, it's not really necessary. Did you see his
Yeah.
art? Boo Boo, he just uses sometimes even only black or white or silver, sometimes yellow.
Sim, nos
And
desenhos dele ele só usou preto e branco. E ficou
yeah,
lindo.
sometimes yellow, right? But just to,
Yes.
yeah, is interesting or different. Yeah, that's, I think, is
Yeah.
Sim.
important. Yeah, that is important. When something is interesting, it's nice to see, right? It's beautiful. Yes, that makes a painting good. Makes me feel a strong emotion.
Yes.
That's also
Sim.
nice, yeah. Even though they only said we could choose two most important, but we can mark that, no problem. Okay. Did you
Ok.
see how he painted Maradona, the last one, using a soccer ball? Amazing.
É, foi incrível.
Yes.
Yeah. So people and things look real.
Não, teacher, quando eu vi a privada, eu não acreditei.
Yeah.
Eu não acreditei.
Incredible, because that's very heavy, right? So,
Yes.
wow. And that,
And it
yeah, and he used that to paint Donald Trump. Did you see that?
Yes.
Yeah. So, shows a scene from history. No, that's not important. Shows a scene from daily life. Maybe, right? Makes an important statement. Um, yeah, it's okay, I think, but it's not so important, right? This is good. People and things look real. I like that. I like realistic paintings. Those paintings, they look like pictures. I mean, they look like photos. Did you see how he painted his daughter? Both of them, actually, right? He managed to paint them so easily. It's like, my goodness, how could he do that?
Não, só saiu rabiscando e saiu um rosto ali do
Yeah,
nada.
yeah. Incredible, incredible. So, some people are really talented. So, guys, think of a famous artist from your country. What kind of work does the artist make? So, do we have any artists here in Brazil that you remember?
Romero Brito, acho que é o mais popular.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Romero Brito is really popular, and he's very colorful, and yes, I like his paintings. Good.
Me
So,
too.
yeah. Now, we have a listening tip here to help us listen better and understand better what we listen to. So, when you are listening to someone talk, for example, you should notice the stressed words because these are the words that really come up, right? They are more emphasized. These are usually content words. So, the words that people usually emphasize when they speak, they are called content words. The words that have content. Example, the important nouns, action verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. They are content words. It's usually harder to hear the weak sounds of the unstressed shorter words. So it's really harder to understand or to listen to those words because they are weak. Example, are, and, of, to, okay? Because they are unstressed. So let me change the color here so you can differentiate. The words that are unstressed are the weak sounds. Okay, guys, I'm going to paint them in green. So are, and, of, to. Prepositions in general, articles, right? They are unstressed. They are not content words. Okay? People often pay a lot of money for paintings by famous artists. So as you noticed, which words did I emphasize when I said this? People often pay a lot of money for paintings by famous artists.
4.
Yes, which are the content words first? Let's identify the content words. Let's see there. Here, people pay. Here, I also a lot of money for paintings by famous artists. So usually the nouns, the action verbs, the adjectives, the adverbs, often, okay? And what are the words that we do not emphasize here? A, for, and by.
4 and by.
Yeah, these are words that we do not emphasize, okay, guys? So here we have a, for, and by, usually, okay? This one, a little bit of, right? Because it's a preposition. So when we say this sentence, we go like this. People often pay a lot of money for paintings by famous artists. So we have highs and lows, okay, when we speak. So focusing on hearing these words will improve your listening skills. Of course, right? If you focus on listening to the unstressed sounds, of course, you will listen better. But we need to really focus more on the stressed ones because they are the ones that give us content, right? The meaning of the sentence are given by the ones in orange, right? But at a higher level, when we are better with our listening, then we will focus on the weak sounds, okay? So here, listen to the sentences and fill in the unstressed words. So here we are going to complete with the words in green or words that are not stressed, okay? So listen up.
1. Impressionism is an art movement from the mid to late 1800s.
So let me play that again, guys.
Impressionism is an art movement from the mid to late 1800s.
So what could you get from here? Which word is missing?
Ele falou muito rápido.
Yes, I know. It's really hard. Listen one more time.
Impressionism is an art movement from the mid to late 1800s.
Is.
Is, okay.
Yes, and
Name.
And, okay.
from the
Uh-huh. Very good. From the,
mid 18.
mm-hmm. Let's listen more.
Impressionism is an art movement from the mid to late 1800s.
The.
No.
Calma.
Listen one more time.
Impressionism is an art movement from the mid to late 1800s.
Too late.
Aha,
Two.
very good, David. 2. From the mid to late 1800s. So they are talking about Impressionism, okay, here. So they are saying that it's an art movement from the mid to the late 1800s. Okay, so more or less, let's say here, 1850 until 1890 something, okay? This is from the mid to late 1800s, more or less
Eu
this
acho
period.
incrível. Eu acho incrível, Teacher, como ele conseguiu falar rápido. A minha dicção em português é horrível.
Yes, it's really fast, right? So listen one more time.
1. Impressionism is an art movement from the mid to late 1800s. 2. Do you notice the soft light and shapes?
You.
Do you know?
Do you notice? Listen.
Calma.
2. Do you notice the soft light and shapes?
Yes.
T.
Which one?
Tears.
Yes.
T.
Okay, very good, Leo. Next.
2. Do you notice the soft light and shapes?
In.
And.
In. Listen again.
And. Eu acho.
Do you notice the soft light and shapes?
And
And.
yes. Do you notice the soft line and shapes? They are talking about impressionism. So it's a characteristic, soft light and shapes. Okay, listen again.
2. Do you notice the soft light and shapes? 3. The post-impressionists are interested in colors like the impressionists, but they want to do something bigger.
The.
Listen again.
Impressionists are interested in colors like the post-impressionists are interested in colors like the impressionists, but they want to do something bigger.
So here,
The.
yes.
Okay, esqueci. I'm sorry.
No problem.
Is.
The post-impressionists are interested in colors like the impressionists, but they want to do something bigger.
Is.
Look, here it's plural. So the post-impressionists
Are.
Interested. Okay. In colors like impressionists.
The
Eu botei
post-impressionists are
the.
interested in colors like the impressionists, but they want to do something bigger.
The.
Like the impressionists. Like the impressionists. So now they are talking about another movement. They are talking about the post-impressionists, okay? So here they are saying that the post-impressionists are interested in colors like the impressionists. They want something bigger. So this is what makes them different. Listen one more time.
Three. The post-impressionists are interested in colors like the impressionists, but they want to do something bigger.
But.
Okay, but they want
Some.
No, calma.
Two.
yes, they want to do something bigger. Yes, very good. Listen one more time and confirm.
The post-impressionists are interested in colors like the impressionists, but they want to do something bigger.
Good.
4. His work is very emotional and he uses strong colors.
This.
Bigger. 4. His work is very emotional and he uses strong colors.
So here.
Is.
His.
Okay, possessive.
Oh,
His
yes.
work
Is.
Okay.
Is.
Very emotional.
And use.
Okay. And
Use.
uses is here already. So let's see what is missing. Let's see what is missing.
His work is very emotional and he uses strong colors.
You.
Uses.
I think
No.
so. No. It. The.
Listen.
4. His work is very emotional and he uses strong colors.
He.
And he uses strong colors. Let's see. Let's check again.
4. His work is very
Again.
emotional and he uses strong colors.
Yes, very good.
5. This painting sold for $82,500,000 in 1990, and at the time it was the most expensive painting in the world.
4.
Okay. Let's go here.
5. This painting sold for $82,500,000 in 1990, and at the time it was the most expensive painting in the world.
4.
Uh-huh.
4 in.
Okay.
This. Calma. Acho que. Não, pera.
Listen once again.
Okay.
This painting sold for $82,500,000 in 1990, and at the time it was the most expensive.
And
And, okay.
the. I think
Here.
so. Yes.
Okay.
And.
There is
Ai, meu
something
Deus.
missing.
Yes.
This painting sold for $82,500,000 in 1990, and at the time it was the most expensive painting in the.
2.
Time.
Hã?
And the time, what is the preposition that I use to talk about time?
Is.
Huh?
Are.
No, preposition, preposition.
2? No.
No.
I don't know.
This painting sold for $82,500,000 in 1990, and at the time it was the most expensive painting in the world.
Sorry.
At.
Ah, very
At.
good, David. At the time. Mm-hmm.
Aí já esqueci, teacher. Depois do time.
Okay. No
I'm
problem.
sorry.
Let's go.
This painting sold for $82,500,000 in 1990, and at the time it was the most expensive painting in the world.
You...
It was.
Yes, great,
Gente,
David.
The.
David tem um ouvido
Yes.
supersônico? Meu
It was
Deus.
the most expensive painting.
Esqueci.
In the world. Oh.
Yes, David. Very good, David. Wow. In the world. Excellent, David. Listen one more time.
Ok, David, me dá um pouco do seu ouvido.
$1,500,000 in 1990, and at the time it was the most expensive painting in the world.
All right. Okay, now let's check out everything.
1. Impressionism is an art movement from the mid to late 1800s. 2. Do you notice the soft light and shapes? 3. The post-impressionists are interested in colors like the impressionists, but they want to do something bigger. 4. His work is very emotional and he uses strong colors. 5. This painting sold for $82,500,000 in 1990, and at the time it was the most expensive painting in the world.
All right. So let's check the answers. Woohoo! Congratulations, people. Yes, that was a big challenge because we had to listen to weak sounds. Very nice. So let me clear my annotations, my drawings. Okay, guys. Now, take a look at these paintings. Do you know them?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. So we are going to listen to a talk. and then number the paintings in the order you hear them, okay? After you number, okay, you're going to label them with the name of the correct painter. So here we have Van Gogh, Monet, and Cézanne, okay? So let's listen. They are going to describe the pictures, okay?
People often pay a lot of money for paintings by famous artists. Today, we're talking about some of the world's most expensive paintings. These days, people love Impressionist paintings. Impressionism is an art movement from the mid to late 1800s. Right now, you're looking at one of Claude Monet's haystack paintings from 1891. Monet is famous for painting the same scene at different times of day to show different colors. Do you notice the soft light and shapes? Impressionists don't paint things that look clear and real. They try to catch one moment in time. This painting sold for more than $81 million in 2016. Okay, moving on. Are you familiar with Post-Impressionism? The Post-Impressionists are interested in colors like the Impressionists, but they want to do something bigger. The most famous Post-Impressionist is Vincent van Gogh. His work is very emotional and he uses strong, bright colors. Right now, you're looking at his portrait of Dr. Gachet. The doctor is sitting at a table and holding his head in his hand. This painting sold for $82,500,000 in 1990, and at the time, it was the most expensive painting in the world. Another famous post-impressionist is Paul Cézanne. He's very interested in color and shapes. This is his painting, The Card Players. Here we see two men. They're sitting at a table and playing cards. They're looking at their cards, not at each other. We don't know the exact price of this painting, but some people think it sold for more than $300 million in 2011.
Amazing, right, people? Yeah, these paintings have cost a lot of money. So which one is described first?
Acho que a última.
The last one?
I think so.
What do you think, David and Leo?
Monet. I think Monet.
Monet was the first one. Which one is by Monet?
Number one.
Number one?
Yeah.
This
No,
one
number
here.
one. Yeah. Number.
This one. Sorry, I don't understand. Which picture is by Monet? The first picture, the second, or the third?
The first.
The first.
Yeah.
Think again. I'm going to put the numbers here, guys. So you know, this is picture number one, okay? This is picture number two, and this is picture number three, okay? So
Okay.
let's see, according to the listening, which picture they describe first. We have to see, do they describe first picture number one, picture number two, or picture number three, okay? So listen one more time.
People often pay a lot of money for paintings by famous artists. Today, we're talking about some of the world's most expensive paintings. These days, people love Impressionist paintings. Impressionism is an art movement from the mid to late 1800s. Right now, you're looking at one of Claude Monet's haystack paintings from 1891. Monet is famous for painting the same scene at different times of day to show different colors. Do you notice the soft light and shapes? Impressionists don't paint things that look clear and real. They try to catch one moment in time. This painting sold for more than $81 million in 2016. Okay, moving on. Are you familiar with Post-Impressionism? The Post-Impressionists are interested in colors like the Impressionists, but they want to do something bigger. The most famous Post-Impressionist is Vincent van Gogh. His work is very emotional and he uses strong, bright colors. Right now, you're looking at his portrait of Dr. Gachet. The doctor is sitting at a table and holding his head in his hand. This painting sold for $82,500,000 in 1990, and at the time, it was the most expensive painting in the world. Another famous post-impressionist is Paul Cézanne. He's very interested in color and shapes. This is his painting, The Card Players. Here we see two men. They're sitting at a table and playing cards. They're looking at their cards, not at each other. We don't know the exact price of this painting, but some people think it sold for more than $300 million in 2011.
Okay, guys. Good.
Okay.
Eu
So-
acho que a primeira é de Van Gogh, né? Gold.
Van
No.
Gogh. No.
Eu acho que a
First-
primeira.
The first is Cézanne.
Cézanne, the first one.
I
The
think
first one,
first
yeah.
is Monet, the second Van Gogh,
Mhm.
and the last Cézanne.
Very good.
I think-
Excellent. Leo is right. First, they describe the picture by Monet. Okay. So let's put here. Monet was the first one. Okay. Then the second picture, they described Van Gogh. And the third picture by Cézanne. Okay. So here, let me change the numbers here. Okay, that's the sequence of the description. First, they describe a picture by Monet. Then they talk about a picture by Van Gogh, and then a picture by Cézanne. And so instead of putting numbers, I'm going to put letters, okay? This is picture A, picture B, and then picture C. Okay, now I think it's better. Which picture is by Monet? Here.
The first.
The first one? No. No. So let me play one more time and I will play with the script for you. to
People
see.
often pay a lot of money for paintings by famous artists. Today, we're talking about some of the world's most expensive paintings. These days, people love Impressionist paintings. Impressionism is an art movement from the mid to late 1800s. Right now, you're looking at one of Claude Monet's haystack paintings from 1891. Monet is famous for painting the same scene at different times of day to show different colors. Do you notice the soft light and shapes? Impressionists don't paint things that look clear and real. They try to catch one moment in time. This painting sold for more than $81 million in 2016.
So which painting is this?
The second.
Ah, okay. This is the second one. This is by Monet. So this here is number one. Okay, guys. So picture B is number one by Claude Monet. He talks about the shades, the colors, the soft light and shapes, okay? And they say here that Impressionists don't paint things that look clear and real. So as you can see here, this image is not clear. It's not so clear. You see a contour. You have an idea of a haystack, but you know.
No
what
começo eu pensei que era uma montanha.
No, it's a haystack, okay? So now let's move on. Let's see picture number 2.
Okay, moving on. Are you familiar with post-impressionism? The post-impressionists are interested in colors like the impressionists, but they want to do something bigger. The most famous post-impressionist is Vincent van Gogh. His work is very emotional and he uses strong, bright colors. Right now, you're looking at his portrait of Dr. Gachet. The doctor is sitting at a table and holding his head in his hand. This painting sold for $82,500,000 in 1990, and at the time, it was the most expensive painting in the world. Another
Okay, which painting is that? Which one is that?
O terceiro.
The last one. Okay. This is a painting called Dr. Gachet. Okay,
Yeah.
portrait of Dr. Gachet. The doctor is sitting at a table and holding his head in his hand. So this painting was one of the most expensive paintings in 1990. It sold for $82,500,000. Very expensive. Okay. Next one. Let's see here.
Another famous post-impressionist is Paul Cézanne. He's very interested in color and shapes. This is his painting, The Card Players. Here we see two men. They're sitting at a table and playing cards. They're looking at their cards, not at each other. We don't know the exact price of this painting, but some people think it sold for more than $300 million in 2011.
So,
The first.
yes, picture A is the third one, which is by Paul Cézanne. Okay? So now let's write the names of the artists here below their work. So here we have Cézanne. Okay. Number
Monet.
1, Monet. Okay. And number here, picture C,
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Van Gogh.
Yes, Van Gogh. All right, let's check the answers. Yay, everything right. So let me clear my annotations. Okay. So yes, guys, here you can see one of the most expensive paintings ever sold. They were really expensive. I don't know who bought them, but for sure this person must have a lot of money. Okay.
I think the last is more mais cara.
Yes, the last one here. Yeah. Really expensive. So let's take a look here, guys. Listen again. Put the numbers in the correct columns. So here we have Monet's painting, Van Gogh's painting, and Cézanne. And here we have the characteristics. Okay, guys. But just so you know, I will play one more time and then we'll check it out, okay?
People often pay a lot of money for paintings by famous artists. Today, we're talking about some of the world's most expensive paintings. These days, people love Impressionist paintings. Impressionism is an art movement from the mid to late 1800s. Right now, you're looking at one of Claude Monet's haystack paintings from 1891. Monet is famous for painting the same scene at different times of day to show different colors. Do you notice the soft light and shapes? Impressionists don't paint things that look clear and real. They try to catch one moment in time. This painting sold for more than $81 million in 2016. Okay, moving on. Are you familiar with post-impressionism? The post-impressionists are interested in colors like the impressionists, but they want to do something bigger. The most famous post-impressionist is Vincent van Gogh. His work is very emotional and he uses strong, bright colors. Right now, you're looking at his portrait of Dr. Gachet. The doctor is sitting at a table and holding his head in his hand. This painting sold for $82,500,000 in 1990, and at the time, it was the most expensive painting in the world. Another famous post-impressionist is Paul Cézanne. He's very interested in color and shapes. This is his painting, The Card Players. Here we see two men. They're sitting at a table and playing cards. They're looking at their cards, not at each other. We don't know the exact price of this painting, but some people think it sold for more than $300 million in 2011.
So which picture was more expensive?
Bless you.
Thank you. Which picture was more expensive?
Bless you.
Oh, wow.
Cézanne.
Cézanne's, yeah. His painting was apparently more expensive, right? This is, he's not so sure, but so, okay, guys. So let's see here the information, okay? Since it's not so important here, Let me show you the answers and then you copy, okay? So here we have the answers to this exercise. Monet's painting. Number 1, Impressionist. Number 2, Soft Light and Shapes. Number 7, Haystack. Haystack, guys, is Monte de Feno, okay? That's the picture from Claude Monet. That image you saw is the image of a haystack, but it's not very clear because his paintings are like that, okay? He's impressionist. So impressionists, they don't like to paint things that are clear, remember? But in that painting, the idea of the, the artist was to put up an image of a haystack early in the morning, okay? So haystack is the same as monte de feno, all right? In a farm. So number 7, haystack, and number 9, the price, $81 million, okay? Now, Van Gogh's first, number 3, emotional. Yes, his paintings were very emotional. Number 4, strong, bright colors. That's true. Number 5, most famous post-impressionist. Yes. And number 8, his painting sold for $82,500,000. Okay. So this painting by Van Gogh was more expensive than the painting by Monet. Okay. Now, Cézanne. First, number 6, interested in color and shapes. Okay. Number 10, sold for $300 million. 11, playing cards. So in his picture, you can see 2 people, 2 men playing cards. And 12, famous post-impressionist. So just like Van Gogh, Cézanne is also considered a post-impressionist. Okay, guys. So it's easier for you to copy in the sequence. So here, when you put Monet, you're going to put 1, 2, 7, 9, okay? Van Gogh, 3, 4, 5, and 8.
É bem mais fácil colocar os números, né, teacher, do que escrever tudo.
Yes, of course, because then, and you put the numbers in a sequence, okay? And the last one, 6, 10, 11, and 12, okay? If you put in a sequence, it's easier for you. Okie dokie, guys. All right. So now, people, before we go, I'd like to introduce the topic of this lesson, which is the simple present and the present continuous. We have seen this before. Remember, when we were doing Smart Choice 1, we saw that. So we use the simple present to talk about general facts. So this is very important. We usually use the simple present when we talk about general facts, okay? Habits or routines and things that happen all the time, okay? Situations that happen all the time. Example, people often pay a lot of money for paintings by famous artists. So usually you have an indication using an adverb of frequency. So that is a signal of simple present because we are talking about things that happen all the time, or we are talking about general facts or routine, okay? So this is the simple present. Now, on the other hand, let me erase this. The present continuous we use to talk about something happening now or around now, okay? Example here. Look, today we are talking about some of the world's most expensive paintings. So let me just put this information in blue. So here, we usually use the present continuous to talk about something happening now or around now, like here, okay? Let me show you an image just so you understand, okay? So first of all, let me show you this image here that talks about the present simple, okay? Try to, okay. Can you see that, people? Can you see the image?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
So how do we make the simple present or present simple? If it's the verb to be, I just have to use subject in the affirmative, the subject plus the verb to be, and then the predicate, the complement. If it's negative, I just use the subject, the verb to be, plus not, and the complement. And if it's a question, we use the verb to be plus the subject and then the predicate, okay? Example here. Let me give an example here in the simple present. Leo is a student. This is the first example, affirmative. This is the simple present of the verb to be, okay? Now, negative. Leo isn't a teacher, okay? Is plus not, isn't. And question, is Leo a student? So for questions in general, I use the verb to be first, and then the subject, and then the predicate. Is Leo a student? Okay, so here we have the example. Now, the other verbs. How do we make the present simple of the other verbs? We put subject plus the verb and then the object. Now, if it's negative, I need to use the subject plus the auxiliary verb, don't or doesn't, plus the verb and then the object. For questions, I have to use the auxiliary do or does plus the subject plus the verb plus the object. Let's see an example. Duda likes pizza. Okay, Duda.
I like.
Yes. So Duda likes pizza. This is affirmative. Subject, verb, and object. Now, negative. I start with the subject, right? So Duda doesn't like, let's say, what don't you like, Duda? Tell me something you don't like.
Espinafre.
Okay, spinach. So Duda doesn't like spinach. Now, question, auxiliary. Does Duda like pizza? Okay, for example, or spinach or whatever. So any question, we have to start with the auxiliary. Do or does. In this case, I'm using does because I'm talking about Duda, third person singular. So Duda
Teacher,
likes pizza. Yes, Duda.
então a resposta seria yes, she does?
Yes, she
Assim?
does. Yes. Very good.
Oh, ok.
Okay. And here, is Leo a student? Yes, he is. Okay. All right. So this is the simple present. That's why we have a small difference. The verb to be is different from the other verbs in the present simple because the verb to be doesn't use auxiliaries. You just change the position of the verb to be to make questions. The verb to be starts the question. Here, When we are talking about other verbs, then we need the auxiliary, okay? So for example, here the verb is the verb like. So to conjugate like in affirmative, we just have to agree with the subject. So Duda likes pizza. Negative. Duda doesn't like spinach. I have to use the auxiliary. And for questions, does Duda like pizza? Oh, yes, she does. Okay. Does Duda like spinach? No, she doesn't. All right. Great. So now, how do we form the present continuous? Let me minimize here. Our time is up. But look, the present continuous we have to use to make the present continuous, we have to use a combination of verb to be and here. Look, let me share the page. We have to use a combination of verb to be and another verb in the ing form. So here we have affirmative, negative, and interrogative, present continuous. So here the verb is the verb to play, okay? And the complement, football. So I am playing football. You are playing football, and then so on and so forth. So to make the present continuous, we conjugate using the verb to be in affirmative, in the negative, and also in the questions, okay? So,
Teacher,
yes, David.
não deveria ser I'm not a player soccer, football?
No, no, here it's a verb. This is not a noun. We are talking about the verb to play, okay?
Ah, okay.
We are conjugating the verb to play. I'm not talking about soccer player. I'm talking about the verb to play, okay? So I am playing. I am not playing. Am I playing? So I'm talking about an action that is in progress at the moment. For example, am I playing soccer or football now? No, I'm not. What am I doing? I'm teaching. I am teaching, okay? I'm not playing football. Okay, David. All right. Okay, guys. So let's go back to our book here and let's see. Next class, we will see more about it. Okay, guys, I just want to do this activity here, number 3. Simple present or present continuous? Which one should I use? Complete the sentences with the correct form of the verb. So right now, we are looking at some famous paintings. So here we have the word now. Now indicates present continuous, okay? Now, number 1, many people these days, what should I put there?
Is love.
Love impressionist paintings.
Oh, yes.
This is simple present,
Yes.
okay? Monet's painting, we are describing a picture.
Shows.
Shows, okay? Simple present. Van Gogh, verb to be.
Be
Is.
is
Yes, Van Gogh is one of the most post-impressionist painters. In the painting, now I'm describing the painting. So in the painting, Dr. Gachet is sitting and thinking about something. Now, when I'm describing a picture, I use the present continuous, okay? So in the painting, Dr. Gachet is sitting and thinking about something, okay? The man in Cézanne's painting
is not talk.
are not,
Talking.
mhm, are not talking to each other. I have to use are because man is plural, okay? So everything correct. All right, people. So when did we use the present continuous here? We use the present continuous to talk about what we are doing now and to describe also, to describe pictures. We can say that. We can use present continuous to describe photos and stuff, okay? People, next class, we do this other part here about time expressions, but you can take a look if you want, okay? So let me show you what did we learn today, just to wrap it up, okay? So let's go back to our page in Google Classroom so we see that. So we talked about paintings in general, okay? Can you see the page? Yeah?
Yes.
We talked about paintings. We saw some paintings by Boo Boo Design, right? We saw the simple present and the present continuous, but we also had some listening exercises about weak sounds, right? Time expressions we will see next class. Okay, guys? All the homework here will be for next week, okay? This one and this one. So try to do the previous homework, okay? Don't forget, guys. So
Okay.
let's take a picture before we go. All right. Oh, this image is not so good. So let me take a picture here. Only the list of students, it's better because my connection is not good today. Okay. Okay, guys, picture taken. Thank you so much for coming. Hope to see you again on Thursday. All right, take
Thank
care.
you, teacher.
Bye-bye, people.
Bye-bye.
See you. Thank
Bye.
you, David. Bye. Thank you, Leo. Thank you.